Hello, 大家好，欢迎回到外媒看中国，我是安博然。Hey you guys, welcome back to Reports on China. I'm Andy. I just wanted to record a quick video today to talk about Nancy Pelosi's arrival in Taiwan yesterday, despite stern warnings from China that doing so would be crossing the reddest of red lines. At the time of recording, Pelosi's about an hour away from making a speech there, but I think that's irrelevant at this point. To be quite honest, I really didn't think she'd go through with it, mainly because it's such a foolish, selfish, short-sighted thing to do. But she did anyway, and now the US will have to deal with whatever consequences come next. And they will come. I strongly believe this comes from Pelosi's lifelong personal grudge against China. She's 82, very much nearing the end of her career, and wanted to go out with a bit of a bang, so to speak, in a selfish, moronic move that she was strongly advised against taking, even by her own colleagues. Check out this exchange today in Washington, where a reporter strongly questions Kirby about the insanity of Pelosi's visit and how it throws China-US relations established in 1979 right down the toilet.
You keep telling us that US policy hasn't changed and that the United States does not support an independent Taiwan. And yet, if we look at what Speaker Pelosi tweeted from the ground in Taiwan, her post actually states, quote, "America stands with Taiwan." We all know that Taiwan harbors ambitions toward independence. When the Speaker of the House says, "We stand with Taiwan, America stands with Taiwan," how can the Chinese construe that as anything else but that you're supporting independence?
I'll let the Speaker speak for herself. All I can tell you, James, is what I told you yesterday, and I'm happy to repeat it. Nothing has changed about our adherence to the One China policy. Nothing has changed about our stance on Taiwan independence, which is that we do not support Taiwan independence. And nothing has changed, James, about our commitments and how seriously we take those commitments under the Taiwan Relations Act. Everything is consistent, James. I can't say that any more clearly.
What the reporter said is quite correct. Washington is officially saying they don't see Taiwan as a country. They see it as part of China. Kirby's trying to argue that nothing has changed, which is, to be completely fair, a pack of bull. As the reporter mentioned, Pelosi tweeted that America stands with Taiwan, which is a complete contradiction to the three communiques signed between China and the US in the 70s and 80s, where the US again agreed that there is only one China, that Taiwan is part of China, and Beijing is the legitimate government of all of China. Pelosi's foolish visit has thrown all that down the drain, and now ordinary people like you and I will pay the consequences. Think about it. Inflation in the US is so high now that average Americans can't even afford gas for their cars. Will Pelosi suffer personally for this toxic mission? Of course not. It's the average American, as well as ordinary people around the world, who will pay when relations between the two biggest economies on the planet go sour. And who's to blame? Well, Nancy Pelosi, who's now worth upwards of $100 million US, thanks to her corrupt deeds. Let me just add really quickly, if Nancy were in government here in China, she would have been thrown in jail years ago. Anyway, back to the topic at hand. Last night, I was following her plane, SPAR-19, as it completely avoided the South China Sea and snuck into Taiwan in the dead of night without any official announcement beforehand. China's military threatened to take action in this regard, but in the end, no military action was taken. Now, I know that left many Chinese feeling disappointed. Don't get me wrong, nobody I know here in China wished for her plane to be shot down or for anyone to be injured. But many had hoped that the PLA would maybe intercept Pelosi's aircraft and force it to divert to another location. That didn't happen, obviously, and many Chinese today are saying this has reignited memories of the 100 years of humiliation, where China was smashed open by military force so that the British could continue selling heroin here in the 19th century. Now, I'm not Chinese, obviously. I don't carry the weight of China's history on my shoulders, so I utterly respect and acknowledge my Chinese friends and colleagues and their feelings about this matter. As a foreigner living and working in China, someone who strives on a daily basis to show the rest of the world that they're wrong about China, I have a slightly different view. For me, I'm relieved that today we're not witnessing the beginning of World War III. The US wanted China to do something drastic. Actually, they needed China to do something drastic. But China is the adult here, and anyone in the world with a clear mind will see that. For me, someone always trying my best to show the world that China isn't the dangerous, threatening, unruly place that Western media makes it out to be, last night was a bit of a turning point. It'll be really hard from now on for Western media to continue pretending that China is a threat to the world when China acted cool and calm under pressure and opted instead to go about this intelligently and in an adult manner. Repercussions will come. I don't know what they'll be, but they will come, and they'll come when China is ready. I posted on Twitter today that I bet a lot of Americans will be rereading 竄訪法, The Art of War. I seriously recommend they do. See you guys next time.
快手，拥抱每一种生活。